Okay, so anyways, we're to these is called what is based on the Chinese calendar. But before I can talk about that, though, I want to talk about what the months are called on the Chinese calendar. Okay, I want to talk about the months are on the Chinese calendar first. Okay, and then I'm going to talk about what it's about after. Okay, so month. Well, how to say the word month in Mandarin? You know? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's how to say month in Mandarin. Okay, so the first month, Zhengye, tiger, and then it's called Tiger Month as well. Yin, okay, Yin Ye, second month, Ye, Ye, and then Rabbit Month, Mao Ye. Third month, Sun Ye, Dragon Month, Jin Ye. Fourth month, Si Ye, Snake Month, Ye Ye, Si Ye. Okay, fifth month, Wu Ye. Horse Month, Wu Ye. Sixth month, Liu Ye. Gold Month, Wei Ye. Seventh month, Qi Ye. Monkey Month, Shi Ye. Eighth month, Ba Ye. Rooster Month, Yu Ye. Ninth month, Jiu Ye. Dog Month, Shu Ye. 10th month, Shi Ye. Pig Month, Han Ye. Bei Ye. What did I say is 11th month, Dong Ye. Right month, Z Ye. And then end of the year month, 老爷 Ox Month. Which I know of. I don't know how to pronounce this one. Ox Month. Let me see. Yeah. But don't worry. I'm gonna go look up and go translate. Pronounce this, okay? And then You see? Okay, it's called. Okay, it's called show. It's called show year. Okay, so the last one's called ox month is show year. Okay. So those are to say. So that's the different ways. I guess those are different ways how to say. So I guess so. Those are different ways how to say the months, the year on the Chinese calendar. I guess I just told you how to say it in English and Mandarin. But I'm not that good on Mandarin. I'm just now. Let me tell you something. I'm not that good on Mandarin because I'm still learning Mandarin. I don't know the tones very well yet, but I'm just trying to show you. I probably said these words wrong, but I'm trying to sing the best I can. You know, I might have to. Yeah, I know I haven't practiced my Mandarin yet, but when I get older and I start don't worry. When I get older and I get my own, when I get but when I become independent, I will practice my Mandarin in the Chinatowns. Okay, you know, and I have to practice my Spanish and also in Spanish speaking communities as well when I become independent as well. I'll do that once I become independent. Anyway, well, I'll talk more about the Chinese calendar soon. I have to do something right now, so guys, I'll be right back. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is William. Okay, and today's video is called "What Does the Bible Say About the Chinese Calendar?" Now, talking about the China's lunar solar calendar. It follows the moon and the sun. You know. Well, I'm on a website called TravelChinaGuide.com. And I'm going to read to you about the Chinese calendar, but yeah, but remember me thinking, right? But when I'm talking about this, right, I don't talk about outer space. You know, Okay. Now, I know this is because of what is the Bible say about the Chinese calendar. Now, I know that I know that now. Let me see something. I know that China right now is a communist country right now, but China wasn't always communist. Because communism got started in China way back in 1949. Okay, and that was from yeah, it was Chairman Mao Zedong was the guy who was responsible for making China communist. And I know obviously he wasn't a Christian anyway. And I know that Matt Powell was talking about Adolf Hitler, he's trying to show and he's trying to debunk the fact that Adolf Hitler was a Christian because he wasn't a Christian. He was an atheist. He was he was really he was a Catholic. Adolf Hitler was a Catholic and he became an atheist. Okay. And I know that, and Chairman Mao Zedong was an atheist too. Okay. And to say that I know no Christian can kill that many people and can go to war and can kill that many people anyway. Only an atheist will do that. So yeah, Adolf Hitler was an atheist at that time, and also Chairman Mao Zedong was an atheist. Plus, Chairman Mao Zedong was an atheist. And plus, Chairman Mao Zedong killed way more people than Adolf Hitler anyway. But China's gonna tell you that that Chairman Mao Zedong was a good guy, which is just propaganda anyway. Because saying that was that's just like saying that Adolf Hitler is a Christian, which is another kind of propaganda. Because he wasn't a Christian. He was Catholic, and he became an atheist. Adolf Hitler. And Chairman Mao Zedong, he wasn't a good guy at all. He was just a bad guy, an atheist. He was a bad guy. Yeah, I know. And they both didn't believe in the right Jesus. So, they both didn't believe in the real Jesus at all. So obviously, I believe they're probably burning in hell right now. Now I like people don't like me saying that, but but I do believe that hell is real, and so is heaven. And I don't want anyone to go to hell. I want you to go to heaven, but the only go to heaven is to believe on Lord Jesus Christ. And I don't support communism because it's unbiblical. Okay, and communism didn't start in China. It started in Germany. Okay. From Karl Marx, And Karl Marx is probably burning in hell right now. You probably don't like me saying that, but it's probably because he didn't believe in Jesus. Okay? Karl Marx was a German. Okay? He lived in Germany, and he started communism when he was living in Germany. Here's why I don't support, here's why I don't support communism. It's because it's unbiblical, okay? I believe the Bible. I support God. I support Christianity. I support capitalism. I support the Bible. Because I believe the Bible. Okay? And I don't know if you're going to be learning about the Chinese calendar if you're learning Mandarin. Obviously, we have to learn about this because you can learn to speak Mandarin and still support God. Okay? You can read the CKJV, the Chinese King James Version. So you can read that and so you can still learn Mandarin and still support God. Okay? Not communism. Okay, because I believe the Bible, and and the Bible is my ultimate authority in my faith, and Bible is for our faith and practice anyway. So what is the Chinese calendar anyway? Well, it's a calendar that follows the sun and the moon. You see, it's a lunar calendar. You see, but it's a lunisolar calendar because it follows the moon and the sun. And the Chinese calendar got started in 2637 BC. Yes, 2637 BC, which is before, and this is probably, I think this is before the flood. Because I believe the global flood was probably around 3000 BC. Yeah, probably around 3000 BC is when the global flood happened. And I know that, and I know people that escaped, and after the global flood was the Tower of Babel. Not because, God did want people to make languages, to create their own languages, but no, they just built the Tower of Babel to reach into heaven, which is stupid. So no, God had to do is scare the people and confound their languages. Okay, and obviously, and one of the languages that one is confounded was Chinese. So yes, one of the places God scared the people to. Well, one of them was China. So yes, I could say that God scared some people to China after the Tower of Babel, which was probably around probably just 100 years after the global flood of Noah's day. And they probably made a Chinese calendar, what is that, 2637 BC. If I type right now, my phone fell off, but okay, it says right here that Emperor Huangdi invented the Chinese calendar in 2637 BC. Now, I know it says BCE, but BC stands for before Christ, and ED stands for Anno Domini, which is Latin for the Lord. It is Latin for the year of the Lord. BCE stands for before the Common Era, and then CE is Common Era. And the reason why they're using the words BCE is because they're trying to get people away from God. That's why. That's why they're using BCE and CE, is because they want to get people away from God. That's why. And I know it's just, I know it's just stupid, stupid atheists. That's what I'm gonna call them. From changing BC to BCE and then AD to CE. I think you want to know how to say calendar. well. Alright, well, here it is. So, well, I got my phone. Well, so, I think you know that calendar in Spanish is calendario.
Calendario.
Yeah, calendario. Yeah, calendario. That's probably what you know. But do you know the word calendar in Mandarin? Probably not. I'll tell you right now. I'll just.
日历。日历。
Okay, really is how to say calendar in Mandarin, but if I don't want to put all together, put Chinese calendar.
农历。
Okay, so Nogli is how to say Chinese calendar in Mandarin. It's Nogli. Okay, so Nogli is how to say Chinese calendar in Mandarin. Okay, but really it's just calendar. Okay, but you know that's something. Well, today I'll go read to you about the Chinese calendar. Okay, and you will learn what it's about. Okay. Obviously, you know the year 2024 is the year of the dragon, and it's also the year of 4722 on the Chinese calendar. Oh, here it says given here about the Chinese. Given here to the Chinese calendar of year 2024, according to the Chinese year 2024 is the year of the dragon, and Chinese calendars of the festival dates, the month of Bingyan tiger is known below. Yeah, but I just want to see S. Okay, so it's right here. The Chinese calendar the festival date is the month of the Ye Chow. Ox is shown below. Okay. Let's put here intermediate calendar. Big bold numbers of the Chinese calendar dates and small numbers below represent the Gregorian date. The blue arrows indicate the next month, and then drop down box to choose the year month. Okay. Okay, the Chinese calendar is a traditional calendar followed by the Chinese people, and though this is not the official calendar for digital activities, festivals and Chinese holidays are based on the Chinese calendar and the Chinese zodiac, release 12 animals to each calendar year. The dynamic outline for Chinese calendar is erased when providing notes to go along the digital Chinese festival dates on 2024. So, yeah, obviously, so yeah, so year 2024. So it's saying that 2024 is the year of the dragon. And also the year 4722 on the Chinese calendar. Okay. So here's the biblical and the biblical and the Chinese calendar. Well, let's read about this and see what happens, okay? As we know, the biblical calendar is a lunar calendar, but so is the Chinese calendar. While the first day of the month on the biblical calendar, Nisan, is not separated, the Chinese calendar is most definitely on the 15 days of now. New Year is separated, just so as the happens in the biblical day of the premium begins on February 26th. And Jewish people, and from when the Jewish people are being, when the Jewish people celebrate being saved from genocide and destruction. Okay. Despite the coincidence, the effect of each calendar is a lunar calendar that could not be more opposite in nature, nor could be the aspects of the year be more different. In fact, the 15 days of celebration starting in February 12th, the dragon dance is one of the greatest highlights. In Chinese mythology, and creature of the dragon is highly respected, that it is even worshipped, and is said to symbolize supernatural power, goodness, fertility, vigilance, and dignity. And it is believed that the dragon dance scares away evil spirits and the bad luck they bring with them. Well, obviously, I don't believe in luck, because luck is superstition. I believe the Bible. Okay? So what's the point? Anyway. And why? And I know, first of all, there's no such thing as good luck or bad luck. You know, that's just superstition. Anyway. You know, anyway, let's keep reading. Biblical speaking, however, to worship the dragon means to worship Satan. Well, that is true. You know, Satan is a dragon. Satan is called the dragon in the Bible. But, you know, but also the dragon the dragon in the Bible also refers to dinosaurs. And I believe the Chinese dragon was something that was real. Was a real animal way back in ancient China. And now, you know, we're also referring to other dragons as dinosaurs. So you know, what is the, you know, and I don't believe the dinosaurs died about 65 million years ago, or they evolved, and I don't believe they evolved into birds either. You know, dinosaurs stayed dinosaurs, and birds stayed birds. Most of the dinosaurs died during the global flood of Noah's day, but some of them did survive the flood. You know, but a lot of them got overhunted, and they were called dragons. And I guess one of those, one of those things was the Chinese dragon, was the Chinese dragons. Because the reason why I believe that they put the dragon on the Chinese calendar is because it's probably because the Chinese dragon was a real animal at the time in ancient China. Right now, there isn't any, well, you're not gonna, right now, well, at the time, right now, Chinese dragons are extinct. There isn't any anymore, so. Anyway, because there isn't any anymore because they're extinct. That's why. But let's keep reading. Okay, so it's even today that the atheist regime of the Chinese Communist Party, the dragon, which was once an imperial symbol of the Chinese emperor, and is still the symbol of the nation, with Xi Jinping, the president of the party leader, resuming the role of the dragon incarnate. The lion dance is also popular during the Chinese New Year celebrations, and the symbol of the meaning of to the dragon. But you can be sure that they are not portraying the line during the line of Judah. While we have no problem with celebrating Chinese New Year, we must be aware of the significance and effects of worshiping a false lion and dragon, regardless of these 15 days and doing those times for the year. Finally, Lantern Festival, celebrated in the last day of the Chinese New Year celebration, the same day as Purim, and is a form in essence of worship honoring deceased family members. And these 15 days, celebration is kicked off, and we understand that most people are not even aware there is anything wrong with doing these things. But there is still a spiritual effect, especially as the Chinese New Year celebration around the world, seeing as the Chinese Communist Party represents the Dragon Nation that operates with the spirit of anti-Messiah, much like Haman, who tried to have all Jews murdered, and he felt strongly to pray during these 15 days, starting on February 12th, leading up to Purim for all of our brothers and sisters who have been being persecuted and jailed and killed for their faith in China, and being portrayed specifically for their freedom and for their clutches of the dragon upon these individuals and families, as well as many nations around the world, to be released for good. Join us in praying for them as well. As for those the CCP have silenced both in China and around the globe, to have voice once more to worship the kings of kings and the freest spirit of truth without fear. Okay, and here's another one. So that was on this was on Progo.com, and this was on the Biblical Chinese Calendar. This one's called Travel ChinaGuide.com. I also found this, so let's go read this part, okay? So the Chinese calendar is a lunar solar calendar. It was formed on the movement of the moon and the sun. It is also called the lunar calendar, yin calendar, Xia calendar, or the old Chinese calendar. Each calendar of the year has a zodiac sign, 12 to 13 months. Each month has 29 or 30 days. If there are 12 months, and will be 354 or 355 days a year. If 13 months, there'll be 383 or 384 days. Although China has adopted the Gregorian calendar for official businesses, occasions, and traditional, the Chinese calendar is what you use to find 24 solar terms, traditional holidays. It helps to choose a lucky date before important activities such as wedding and moving into a new house. How does the Chinese lunar calendar work? Each time the moon moves into a line, and Earth and the Sun, a new month begins. This is called Zhu and Yi and Zhu Yi and Zhou Ri, meaning that the first day of the lunar month, when the full moon appears in the middle of the month, the time of the full moon circle around more than 29 days, so the month of 29 days or 30 days. There are 12 or 13 months in the lunar calendar, and the month of this first day, the beginning of the spring, the first solar term. And this is the first lunar month and the day of the spring festival that's held. And this ranges between January 20th and February 20th. Okay, now leap month. Just as the Gregorian calendar has a leap year in order to compensate the fact the Earth does not travel around the Sun exactly 365 days, the Chinese calendar such as so as ensure that bears proper relationship or permanent movement of the Sun between the northern and southern tropics. People in ancient times concluded it is a 19-year cycle. And it's within this cycle, certain days will equate with a lunar day. For example, in 1963, in 1982, and 2001, May 28th coincided with the 6th day and the 4th month in the lunar year. Decide when a leap month needs to be added to bring the lunar calendar to accordance of the Earth's movement around the Sun. The 24 solar terms are considered. Most months are with more than one solar term, but these instances where being a month has one. It will be repeated with 29 or 30 days at the same month, which means there are 13 months in some years. A phenomenon can occur every 2 or 3 years. The Chinese occurred down in 2023 and 2024. So, according to the Chinese calendar, the year of the last from January 2003 to February 20th for the Gregorian calendar is the zodiac sign of the rabbit. Yeah, and then 2024 is the year of the dragon. And the year of the dragon, right here, will last from February 10th, 2024 to January 29th, 2025. So that's the year of the dragon for 2024 anyway. What is the use of the Chinese calendar? Our traditional Chinese calendar is the sign of the lunar calendar, for example. The Spring Festival, the day of the Lunar New Year. The Dragon Boat Festival on May 5th, and the Mid-Autumn Festival on August 15th in the lunar calendar. Okay, the Chinese zodiac. A zodiac year is the first day of the last year of the lunar year. Every year has a representative zodiac. It has a 12-year cycle ordered as rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, sheep, monkey, rooster, and dog, and pig. And 24 solar terms. Okay. After observing the sun's movement, ancients have found the longest day, the shortest day of the year, respectively summer solstice and winter solstice, using the two annual events. A Chinese calendar was divided into 24 equal parts, and in each forming a solar term, and 24 solar terms that show people understandings of the 4 seasons, climate, and the agriculture. For instance, in the beginning of the spring, Li Chuan symbolizes the coming of the spring. Gain of the breed Meng Zhong means the time of the harvest. Wheat of the Greek cold Dehan. Okay, Dehan significance, the coldest time of the year. Choose a lucky date. In daily life, Chinese people usually choose a lucky date in Chinese calendar before important activities, such as marriage, proposal, wedding, praying for pregnancy, and traveling. Based on the Chinese lunar calendar, heavenly stems on earthly branches as it developed, which is used to calculate years. The 10 heavenly stems of Jia, Yi, Bing, Ding, Wu, Wu, Ji, Gin, Xin, Ren, Gui, Gui, and Gui, and the 12 earthly branches are Z, Chao, Yin, Mao, Chen, Si, Wu, Wei, Shen, Yu, Xiu, and Hey. Every lunar year has a name count and combined by one, and heavenly steam by one earthly branch. For example, 2022 is Ren Yin, and the year 2023 is Gui Mao year. And every lunar calendar becomes the heavy stems of the earthly branches turn the next one, and they combine the new name, and it has a 60-year cycle. The 5 elements. Ancient Chinese believed that the universe was composed of 5 elements, namely metal, wood, water, fire, and earth. Okay, I guess that's probably why. Okay, yeah, that's. Yeah, I know that, and I remember the show called Avatar: The Last Airbender was part of that, and so is The Legend of Korra. Yeah, but the Avatar: The Last Airbender has the Chinese culture and American culture mixed together, and so is Blazing Team Master Yeo Kwon Do. But but that's key reading, okay? So Chinese like to find out the element using their birth date in the lunar calendar, but protect their life horoscope, like what the career is suitable, what kind of people supposed to marry over for thousands of years of history of the Chinese lunar calendar. The Chinese lunar calendar is a very long history and go back to Xia, 21st century BC and 26th century BC, and Shang Dynasty, 16th century BC and 11th century BC. Roughly speaking, it existed for more than 4,000 years and is a unique combination of astronomy and geography, also observation, exploration. Following creation of the Xia dynasty, succeeding reigns continued the reigns of the calendar, modified time. The Han dynasty, 200 BC and 220 AD, rulers instructed the Taichu calendar, while during the Tang dynasty in 618 and 97 AD. The Huangji calendar was introduced and it was adopted by Japan and Korea and Vietnam. Differences between the Chinese calendar and the Gregorian calendar. The Chinese calendar is a lunar-solar calendar. It is calculated by recording the movement and the sun. The Gregorian calendar was calculated by the movement of the sun. When the Earth goes around the sun of the circle is 1 year. Generally speaking, the lunar calendar is 20 to 50 days later than the Gregorian calendar. Okay, so But first of all, here's my question. I know. Okay, now so you see this? So that's what the Chinese calendar is. Obviously, I know I follow the Gregorian calendar. And it's because, and I know that I follow the Gregorian calendar, and it's because. Yes, Mom. Uh, okay. Okay, I'll be right back. Who wants to? Who wants to see it, Mom? Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay. So I follow the. So what I'm saying is I follow the Gregorian calendar, and it's because I'm an American and I live in the United States of America. The Chinese calendar is followed in festivals. Well, yeah, in China and Taiwan and Singapore, and so is many other places. Yeah, I know. It's also used in the U.S. and UK and Australia in the Chinatowns. Well, in the Chinatowns, possibly, if you want to And plus, the best place to learn and plus, if you're learning Mandarin in the U.S., practicing in the Chinatown is probably the best place you can do it. Yeah. Anyway, so first of all, I want to know what you. First of all, I want to know what you think about the Chinese calendar. You know, Because I follow the Gregorian calendar, obviously, but you know. And is this something I have to learn about? You know. And I think this is what I know. I know you're gonna learn this while you're learning Mandarin. You know. Um, Obviously, I'll get into more about Mandarin in my other video I just show you. It's called right here. It's right here. This one right here. It's called Shukrin right here. Well, it's two of them. Well, one of them is called "What does the Bible say about the Chinese characters?" and the other one is called "Should Christians Learn Mandarin?" Well, I'll get to that in some other video. Okay, so that's what the Chinese calendar is. And if you do use it, let me know in the comments below. If you don't, that's okay. You know, I know, because I know that YouTube is blocked in China. But if they're watching, but if they're using VPN to watch this video, you know, that would be great. I know that, and then I'm not so much brave, and then that'll be that's that they're using VPN. If they're using VPN to watch this video, that's fine because I do want the gospel to be preached, you know, everywhere in the world anyway. Now I don't care where you live as long as you believe the Bible. You know, because I believe the Bible. And here in the United States of America, which is where I live. I live in California. You know, I'm free to believe the Bible, and that's what I choose to believe. I want to know what you think about the Chinese calendar. Obviously, I know. Even if you don't follow it, I want to know what you think about it. And you can let me know your comments below about it. Okay? You know, if you want, you know what you think about it. Okay? You know, because you know, I don't follow it. I follow the Gregorian calendar. Will I use in the future? I don't know. I think I could be, but I've been using the Gregorian calendar ever since I learned it from school. Well, here in the U.S. anyway, because that's where I live anyway. And you also get saved according to the Bible, okay? Before I go, so the point of any false religions to damn souls to hell. The only way to go to heaven is to believe all Lord Jesus Christ. Salvation is by faith alone and grace on Jesus Christ alone. And once you're saved, easy believers is the truth, meaning you can't lose your salvation. Once you ever serve it, by easy reason, it's salvation is easy to do is believe in Jesus Christ for salvation. And let me tell you something, okay? And I don't care if the Chinese people share my video to Bilibili or Todo or Yoku, these Chinese versions of YouTube. Okay, I don't care about that. Okay, if they want to share it in that and those crappy Chinese versions of YouTube, go ahead, because I want the gospel to be preached everywhere. Okay, I believe the Bible because the Bible is true. And obviously, I'm not gonna use Bilibili or Todo a year ago because I heard from Lewis, from I know this YouTube channel called Free China. And yeah, he told me those. He said those websites. He told me those Chinese versions of YouTube. Well, he told me those were crappy. So, well, that's fine anyway. I only use YouTube anyway, and BitChute and Discord anyway, mostly. I rarely use Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and MySpace. And if you want to go to heaven, the only thing you have to do is believe our Lord Jesus Christ. Okay? Jesus Christ is the only way to heaven. Okay? It's that easy. You don't, look, I don't want you to go to hell, and Jesus doesn't want you to go to hell either. That's why I tell you to believe in Jesus. That's why. And I hope, I'm just saying, I don't know Mandarin very well, but I'm trying to tell you right now, you need to believe in Jesus Christ for salvation. Okay, that's my answer. I'm only right now I'm still a beginner in Mandarin, and I'm still trying to, but I'm learning more. And I'm also learning Spanish too, so. And what we talk next video is the next one called "What does the Bible say about neutron stars?" Yes, I'll talk about neutron stars next video. Okay, so that's what we talk about. I'll talk about neutron stars next video. Okay, another thing that is in outer space. That's what we'll be talking about. Okay, next video. Because I gotta go right now. But thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.